Hello and welcome Math 2413 Calculus 1 students to the fall 2016 semester. My name is Robert D. Giovanni. I'm the instructor for this online course, and this video is our orientation video. Let me just start by saying that this is a required video. You must watch this entire thing. I know that that's a lot to ask of you because right now as I make it, I don't know how long this is going to turn out to be, at least 20 minutes. But it's very important that you understand all the aspects of this course. Later on, at the end of this first week of the course, you're going to be asked to do a quiz, and that quiz is basically going to say that you understand the requirements of this course. And in the event that something happens down the road where you're like, well, I didn't know, I'm going to refer back to that quiz and say, you said you knew, and this video and this video will actually have probably the information that you said you didn't know. So please watch the entire thing, and if at the end you still have questions, then you'll be able to contact me and we can talk over the phone. All right, so first I'm assuming you're familiar with Northwest Vista's website. You're going to go into log into ACES to get to your course. You're going to put in your information, and if you don't know your logon information, I believe you can get that information down in this area. So log in and give it a second because it's always very slow. And then you'll want to click on this My Courses. And you'll want to make sure you're looking at the correct semester. We've been having some issues with this always being stuck on fall 2015, so I'm going to have to go to fall 2016. Has the courses that I'm teaching. Just so you can see, I'm teaching college algebra. I'm teaching 2 Cal 1s. One of them is online, that's your course. One of them is face-to-face. Then I'm doing, I'm teaching 2 Cal 1s face-to-face and one of them online. Teaching a Cal 2 and a Cal 3, but those are also both online. So let me go ahead and click on your course. So you'll click on this little house button. And this will take you to the main screen. I'm going to allow pop-ups here. Okay, so I am going to take you to the main screen of our course. Here it is. And I'm going to kind of go through what's here. Now, before I get into that, I'm going to show you the inbox, if you're not familiar with this. This is where all communication between myself and you, and also if you're taking other courses, between you and your other instructors, will take place. So this is the only official means of communication that we have. If you try and send me something through your Yahoo account or something like that, then most likely it's going to get filtered out by our email system. So as long as you use this Canvas email inbox, then you'll be good. So you have your inbox here. When I send you emails, they'll appear over here, and they'll usually have this little blue dot next to them whenever they're unread. Once you read them, the dot goes away. If you want to send me an email, you click on Compose a New Message. You find the course here, you select it, this one right here, and then you click on who you want to send it to, and I believe if you just click Teachers, it'll bring me up, Robert D. Giovanni, and then you can type in the subject if you like, whatever, and just whenever you send me something, just click this. It's not going to hurt if you don't, just always click it. And then go ahead and type in the message. You can put attachments here, and then you can even do video attachments if you wanted to. All right, so that's how you send me an email, and if I send you something, it'll appear over here. So let me go back to the course. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to a student view. So give me just a second to do that. That way it will look exactly the way it looks to you, except you won't have this like pinkish thing here. It's just telling me that I'm in student view. All right, so when you get here, you're going to have a list of tabs along the left-hand side. I'm going to go through each of these, and this is the main home page. There's a big reminder that I put up here. This is going to sit here all semester long. I have to have that there. So basically, to do this course, you're going to be going to an online system called WebAssign. And WebAssign is where you'll do your homework. If there's any quizzes or anything like that, you'll do it there. There's also 2 exams that you do using that system. So you don't have to buy a book. You just have to be registered in that system, and you have to pay through that system. I'll show you how to do all that, but there's a deadline. You have to be done with that process by 3 p.m. Thursday, August 25th. If you are not in my WebAssign roster, not in Canvas, this is Canvas, all right? But if you are not in my WebAssign roster by 3 p.m. on Thursday, August 25th, you will be dropped from the course. And that's a policy that I have to stick to. All right, underneath that little announcement is the administrative links. Now, there's orientation video. That's what you're watching right now, so there's no link to it because I haven't created it yet, but it will be there when you go into this. So if you need to rewatch this video, that's where it'll be. You have your schedule, which I will have to show you where that schedule here, and then formula sheets and course notes and what's a good binder. But before I do all that, I'm going to show you the course syllabus. All right, so this is Calculus 1, and this is a 4-credit course. We're doing a normal fall semester, so 16 weeks. We do meet 2 times, all right? So there are 2 times that you have to come on campus and meet with me face-to-face to take 2 exams. It's exam 2 and exam 4. You could look at those as being the midterm and the final. Those will take place on Fridays. They'll start at 10 a.m. They'll go till 2 p.m. They'll be in Juniper Hall, room 111A. That's actually an office area. That's where we'll meet, and then I'll tell you where to go from there. We're going to spread out to different rooms on another floor of the building, but this is kind of our rendezvous point. So you need to now start making plans, work with your employer, whatever other things you have going on in your life, make arrangements for these 2 dates so that you can be here, all right? It's a 4-hour time slot. You need to be here at 10 a.m. It takes me about 30 minutes to get students set up and in place and ready to go. So we kind of waste the first half hour just getting ourselves comfortable. After that, the test will start. You'll have a 3-hour time limit on the test. It's timed, and on both of those tests, there's a 3-hour time limit. So in the event that you live out of town, okay, that you have some conflict that you're not able to resolve, you can take the exam off campus. But there's a whole slew of things that you need to do here. And I'm not going to read through this. I want to see how mature you are as a student. See if you can read that and make sense of it. Basically, it's up to you. You have to give me heads up. You have to give me notice. And if you don't do that, you miss the exam, you're going to get a 0. So please read that carefully. I've already introduced myself, Robert D. Giovanni. My office is in Juniper Hall. I have an email address here, but you don't need to use that because we'll be using that inbox over here. I also provide you with my cell phone number. So I do ask that you call me anytime if you need help, right? I'm here to help you. So it's part of my job to be there to assist you. I'm not just like a facilitator where I just sit here and moderate the class. I actually teach calculus, so I'm here to help you if you run into any problems. You can text me. Just make sure you're clear in your text, who you are and what you need. I'm also about to get a new phone that's going to allow me to write on things. It's got one of those little stylus pens and stuff. And so I would encourage you to, if you're having trouble with a problem, you can take a picture of the work that you're doing, your handwritten work, text that picture to me, and I should be able to find mistakes or be able to help you and write things down myself on my phone and text them back to you. So I'm actually pretty excited to see how that works. So let's see, maybe you can help me out by sending me some stuff. I am in my office. I'm available to help you Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10:45, and I'm also there Monday and Wednesday from 1 to 2:30. If you need to make an appointment with me, I'm usually here on Fridays, but there's a lot of meetings and things that we have to go to. So, if you need to do a Friday appointment, we'll do that, as we go. You just give me a call or send me an email or something and make a request. Now, what do you need for this course? Well, really, you only need 2 things. You need access to this WebAssign, okay, which all you need for that is this access code right here. You just copy that and you'll paste it in later, and you'll go here to register. And I'll show you that in a second. There's a reminder for that deadline again. And then other than that, you just need a calculator. Now, let me be clear here. In WebAssign, you're going to have access to an electronic version of the book. The book that we're using is this. So if you wanted to go buy the physical book, you can go ahead and do that if you want to spend the money on it. But you'll be able to access that book online. Some people like to just have a hard copy of the book. There you go. Go spend the extra money for it. I believe if you buy this book new, it comes with the access to the WebAssign. If you do not, I believe it's like $90 to $100, maybe even more. It may have gone up just to get access. So you make a decision there, but no matter what, you need an access code to get in. What else here? The calculator. This is a new policy for me, and that's you're allowed to use any non-CAS calculator in this class. CAS is computer algebra system. Some of these calculators these days have the ability to do a lot of stuff, factoring, solving equations, calculus stuff like differentiation, integration, and it's just way too much. And what I've experienced over the last few years is that students are using these calculators, they're not learning anything, and they're just becoming kind of like robots trying to plug in things and make work, but they have no idea what they're doing. So I've decided to make a restriction. You cannot use computer algebra system calculators when you come on campus for exams 2 or 4. You are allowed to use, for example, TI-84 or TI-86, or if you have any question about, whether or not you're allowed to use a calculator that you own, just give me a call. All right, so there's a description of the class. I'm not going to read through all these different things because you can read. I'm just going to get to the kind of nuts and bolts here. Standard grading scale, A, B, C, D, and F are the only grades that you can achieve. And the way I break it down, you're going to have a bunch of homework assignments that you do. Those are all online assignments. It's 10% of your grade. You have an exam that you do at home, 15% of your grade. Then you come for the big on-campus exam 2, face-to-face, midterm, 30% of your grade. Then you have another exam at home, 15% of your grade, and then the final is 30%. So 60% of your grade, you're going to have to show me that you know what you're doing face-to-face on campus. Attendance, we have deadlines. I try and keep you on a schedule, and we have deadlines. If you miss a deadline, I'm going to count 1 strike. You get 3 strikes. After that, I can drop you from the class. So keep that in mind when we go through the schedule later. You'll see these deadlines. If you miss those deadlines, you'll have to send me a request for an extension, which I often will grant, but I'm counting. And if you ask for extensions more than 3 times, I'm going to drop you from the class. Now, somehow, some way, this always seems to slip people's minds. Oh yeah, that thing in the syllabus about the binder. Okay, you have to keep a binder for this class. And the binder has got to contain all your handwritten homework, all your handwritten exams that you do at home, and all your handwritten notes from the lectures that you're going to watch. If you want to know what a good binder looks like, click here. I'll let you do it on your own. A little YouTube video I made. It's like 2 minutes long. It just shows someone's good binder. If you do not have a binder at the end of the semester, because you're going to turn this in, you're going to turn in your binder at exam 4, the final. If you do not have this binder, you will get an F in the course. And let me say it again. If you do not have this binder, you automatically will fail the course. I need to see your handwritten work for everything you've done all term. All right? No binder, no credit, no pass. All right, the next thing, 6-drop rule. This is some stuff you can read, some stuff about the tutoring offered here on campus. The SOBI statement, you can read through that yourself. And then the schedule. I'm going to show you a different version of the schedule that's a little easier to work with, but just be aware that it is here. It shows what's due, when it's due, and I kind of have it blocked up by weeks. I'll go through that more in a second. But there's one more thing down here, the drop date. November 11th is the last day you can drop the class. If you want me to drop you, you have to send me an email request by 11 a.m. of that date, 11/11/2016. And then the rest of this you can read through the institutional policies and things like that. So this is our syllabus, all right? This is our contract. And let me go back to home. and I think I need to leave the student view real quick. I forgot to do something. You're just going to have to bear with me for a moment. Got to change something. Break that link. Break the link. Break the link. There we go. That actually, I think I had done that. Okay, back to the student view. Okay, so we just looked at the syllabus. Now I'm going to look at our schedule. Now, when you click on that, it's going to download to your computer. This is a PDF. I recommend you just print this out. This kind of has like a week by week what's due. So the first week, you have to get enrolled in WebAssign, which I still haven't shown you how to do, but that's that hard deadline I have. If you don't do that, you get dropped. Once you do that, check it off. Okay. You have to do a homework assignment inside WebAssign, and that's due on that Thursday. And then you have this homework syllabus confirmation quiz, that you also have to do. Okay, that just tells me you've read the syllabus, you understand the requirements of the course. So those are your first three things. Then, a couple of days later on Sunday, you have all of this to do. Now, so this is where we can really get into like the nitty-gritty of how this class works. First thing you're going to do is watch this course video. Then you're going to watch another course video. Then you're going to watch a class video. Now, let me explain the difference. And the best way to do that is to just click on one of these. So I'm going to click on it. It's going to take me to YouTube. And I'm going to turn this down.
Okay, our first
and you'll hear me talking. Let me be quiet for a second.
And in this chapter, we're going to cover the 6 sections in there.
So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to turn the audio off, is I'm going to go through each section. I've created my own lecture notes for it. And I'm going to go through each section. I'm going to go through some examples, and I'm going to show you animations. And you can, of course, make this bigger, and you can go to higher quality. I think 1080p is the best way to go if you have a good internet connection. That way you can really make out all the details here. And
more than once.
And you basically watch
so
this little lecture that I've made.
So it's a green line telling me everything's good.
Pause that. All right. So you watch this course lecture. This is supposed to introduce you to the topics, get you familiar with definitions, and get you, thinking of things conceptually. All right, so you watch that whole video. After you've done that, you watch the next section. So I go here, and it's going to open up a new one. And the audio is a little bit bad on these. I did these years ago, and I didn't have the best microphone, so you watch these, and all right, so I'm going to shut up there, close that. So you've now watched both of these, you check them off over here. Now you go to what I call my class videos. So what I did was I had the videos that were, course videos that introduce you to topics. These videos were actually recorded from a lecture that I did a few years ago. So I'm going to make this bigger. So what I want you to keep in mind here as you're watching these class videos is that these were done in a class a few semesters ago, and I'm going to start this whole thing off by talking about a syllabus. This syllabus has nothing to do with you. I mean, in fact, you can probably see, it doesn't show the semester, but that's an old video. So you don't care about any of this stuff. You want to get to the point where I start talking some math. And that's going to happen about 30 minutes into the first video. And then from here on out, you can just watch. So what I'm going to do, or in these class videos, what I do a lot more of is the examples. So like, here's an example that I'm doing in class. And you can hear me talking. I'll shut up for a second.
Yeah, there's a couple of things, right? First of all, what's inside of this, right? What's in there, which we call the what? The thing under the square root is called...
All right, so you can see I'm working by hand through these things. And I'm talking. I'm actually interacting with my class. And I'm using this kind of real-time whiteboard thing. And this gives you more of the feel of like you sitting in a lecture. Hopefully that's what it does. So I also integrate that with some of the notes from the course video. So some of the stuff will look familiar. But you watch this. Look, this is a long video. This is 2 hours, 2.5. Wow, 3 hours long. Okay, so that's a lot of video. All right. So you've watched the course video for the first section. This is chapter 1, section 1. Chapter 1, section 2. You've watched the class video, in which I covered. Oh, that's supposed to say 1.1, 1.1, and 1.2. After you've watched all these videos, so this is hours of videos that you've watched, and that is the expectation of this course. Even though it's online, I expect that you are going to watch videos, and a lot of them. There's nothing that says because this is an online course, all you have to do is just go try and do a couple of homework problems and then go, put in 20 minutes a week for this. No, your expectation is actually higher than someone who would be face-to-face, because you've got to watch these videos on your own time, and then you got to do this online homework. My students that are face-to-face classes, they come to class, they go home, they do their homework. Their homework isn't graded, so I don't even know if they're doing it. For you, you're supposed to watch the videos, and you're supposed to do homework online, and it's graded. So the time requirement for this course is on the extreme end of the scale. So if you're thinking that, hey, I'm going to take Cal 1 online because it's going to be less work, you should probably drop this class right now. There's no way to sugarcoat this. I have high expectations that you're going to put the time in for this. So if you're working 60 hours a week and you have 3 kids and you're a single mom or single dad and you're trying to balance all this, you just need to be true to yourself, know what you're capable of. The time requirement for this course is a minimum of 10 hours a week, minimum. All right, so if you know you can't do that, then you need to look at different options. All right, sorry, I got sidetracked there. Course video, you watch a class video. Now you're ready to go do homework. So you click here, and it's going to take you to where you do your homework. Now, this is that WebAssign thing I was telling you about. And we have actually not done this yet. Okay, so let me show you the first time you come through here. You're just going to go up here to enter class key. And you're going to enter that class key. Now, I had that in the syllabus, which is back here. And I believe I could copy and paste this. Let me try it. I don't know if it's going to let me. What do you think? Drum roll. It didn't do it. But I can cut that out, put that here, cut that, and put that here. And submit that. And it should come up and say, hey, you're in 2413, section 40, Robert D. Giovanni. That's it. Yeah, this is me. Okay, so you will create a WebAssign account. All right, and to do that, you're going to go through this process, and I can't take you through that process because I've created so many accounts now, like it's getting ridiculous. I don't have any more email addresses to use. So I'm going to sign in with an account I already have. All right. But please understand, if this is your first time doing this, you will create a new account. And continue. All right, so what I need to do now, because I'm going in as an instructor, I need to switch it to student view. Okay, when you get here to this point, after you've created your account, you're going to get to this point where it's going to say, do you want to purchase access online, enter an access code, or continue a trial period? Well, I recommend you do purchase access online, because you just use a credit card and boom, you're done. To enter an access code, you have to go to a bookstore and buy a book that came with a code, which I don't recommend. It's more expensive. And then you have this trial period, and this just allows you to kind of get in, play with it, make sure this is what you want to do, and if you decide after a while, hey, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do this course online, then you didn't pay for anything. So I'm going to do the trial. Just don't let that trial period expire. All right, here we go. So this is what it's going to look like for you. It's got your current assignments here, all the assignments that you have. It shows when your exams are, And some of these are protected, like exam 2 and exam 4, they're there right now, but you can't get to them because they're password protected and they're timed and all that. So what was I supposed to do? Going back to my little calendar, I was supposed to do this enrollment, so I got enrolled. I'm supposed to do these 2 homework assignments. Well, here they are. Okay, so I'm going to do those. Getting started, I'm actually not going to do them, but I would just click on it, right? And when I click on it, it would bring me to the assignment. And I go through and do the assignment. Now, very important, very, 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 very important. Let's say you're doing this homework assignment. Let's say it's due tonight, and you know that there's just no way that you're going to be able to finish this, right? Well, you can do an extension request. You can send that to me, and you need to fill this out, okay? I'm requesting an extension until what date, whatever date you want it extended to, and you need to put in the reason why you need an extension. So why'd you fall behind? And submit it. It will send it to me. I will go through, and I will either approve it or deny it. Most of the time I'll approve it unless it's your 3rd time you've asked for that. And then, like I said, you can be dropped for the class. Now, if you have 3 things due on the same night, and you ask for an extension request for each one, I'm not going to count that as 3 missed assignments. When I say missed assignments, I'm saying, like, if you ask for an extension request on anything for this week here, like Sunday, September 4th, that's going to count as one request. Okay, you're only allowed to do that 3 times, and then you can be dropped. All right, so that's how you request an extension. All right. Now, let's say you're working through a problem and you're having trouble with it. You don't know what to do. You're stuck. You can click this Ask Your Teacher button and just kind of explain, what it is your question is. Like, I don't understand what in the world's going on. The second step, just be detailed. Don't just be like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, show me that you know something there and just what you're getting stuck with. Okay, the selected answer called correct. The answer is incorrect. So you can read through this and make sense out of it. Okay, if you're going to ask me something. Actually, ignore what I just said about that. You put in your question here and you click send. Boom. Wet, wet. Wow, that's random. I just typed 3. Wet, wet. Okay. All right, so that's your first homework assignment. I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to go back to this. All right, so you have all the assignments here. If you want to get to the textbook, it's right over here. You just click on it. It's going to bring up an ebook. Activate Adobe Flash. By the way, I use Firefox as my browser for this course. It seems to be pretty stable. At some point here, we're going to get, there it is. There's the book, and we were doing chapter 1, section 1, and you can open up the book and you can read. You can print out pages if you want. So there's your ebook. And then as the semester goes on, you'll have current assignments, and then things as they become past due and you've already turned them in, you'll see down here somewhere past assignments. And that's where you can go back and you can review previous work. Communication is here. This we don't really use. But if you send me like an Ask a Teacher thing, or if you ask for an extension, it should appear something in here. The grades here, do not even pay attention to, all right? The grades that you are going to be looking at are the ones in Canvas, which I haven't even talked about yet. All right, so that's WebAssign. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. That's where you go to do all your work. All right, back to the home page here. And let me see. I wanted to look at that schedule to see if I'm missing anything. So we watched the course video, watched another one, watched the class video. We did the homework for 1-1. Then we did the homework for 1-2. Now, let's say you're having trouble on homework for 1-1. I've got something else here for you. Click on this. I actually made another video for you.
Okay,
this
what
video
I'm going to do is just kind of walk through the homework.
Is going to go through a homework assignment very similar to what you're doing, and I'm going to talk through these solutions, and sometimes I'll actually write on the screen, okay, and I'll show you what's going on. So before you start asking me for help, like sending me text messages, saying, I don't know how to do this problem, my first reply to you is going to be, did you look at the homework help video? Well, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. So I'll tell you to go there first. If you watched that homework help video and it still didn't help, then okay, of course, yeah, go ahead and reach out to me. And that's the way the whole semester works. You get to a first exam here, it's done online, all's good. Working through here, you get to your midterm that's coming up. There it is, on a Friday. And then you keep going. So please keep note of, like, you know, certain weeks you have a lot of stuff due. Like October 16th, there's a bunch of stuff to look at. But you go and look at it, you know, another week, it's not so bad. Here we go, September 4th. There's only a couple of things to do. So it's up to you to manage your time and maintain the balance of the semester and be prepared. All right. So I'm going to go back to the course. We've looked at the schedule. Formula sheets. You're allowed to bring these formula sheets right here. These and only these. You cannot bring like some other formula sheets that you had from your pre-cal class that are your favorite formula sheets. Everyone in the class must use the same formula sheets on exam 2 and 4, and these are them, 6 pages. You must print them and bring them. Don't write anything else on them. Don't add any little details. Everyone's got to have the same exact thing. So there they are. So it's important that you know what's on those. So please explore those. Course notes. So I have a lot of stuff in here. It's almost overwhelming. These CDF files, do not worry about CDF files unless you're like kind of a computer nerd and you want to know like how I'm using that program to do my animations and stuff. You'll see once you start watching my videos. If you're interested in that, call me and then I can tell you about these CDF files. All right, we have what are called class notes and course notes. So first of all, course notes are a printable version of all the notes that I'm using in my course videos. So as you're watching those videos, you'll see me working through notes, and here they are. It's a printable version, so it's kind of shortened up. That a lot of the graphs have been taken out. You're free to print those out. And then I have those broken up by chapters. Then I have what are called my class notes, and those correspond to the videos that you are watching, and they should be in chronological order. So like this right here should match up with the video that you saw of my class lectures. Come on. You can download these. This just gives you a preview. Yeah, so that first day I was doing some administrative stuff, and then I started getting into talking about things, and I was writing a bunch of stuff down, but it's all been captured here, so you can go back and look at those if you wanted to. All right, so in addition to the notes, I have, I think this is a homework solution for only one problem out of one section, so don't really, there's not a whole lot there. And that's it. Yes, that is it for the course notes. We're getting close here. What is a good binder? So this was also in the syllabus. This takes you to a video. What happened? I'm going to have to fix that. I will fix that. I don't think now is a good time to fix it. I could quickly though, if you don't mind waiting. So this is the video I was supposed to go to. This is just a quick little video to show you what a good binder looks like. So I just show what a good binder is, but let me see why it did not let me copy that here and go back here. I've got to go add a student view. Don't worry about it. I'll do it later. All right, so that should take you to that video when that's fixed. Core syllabus we've looked at. Files. This is just another way to get to all those files. You know, everything that I was showing you a second ago was just another way to get to all that stuff. Grades. All right, so as the semester progresses, I will put your grades in here, and what you're going to have is, you know, your exam one. After exam one, I'll put in a grade, and then I'll put in your homework grade. And so it's going to be delayed. So you're not going to really know where you are in the class until you finish exam 1. Then I'll tally everything up. Then after exam 2, you'll kind of know where you are. Then after exam 3, you'll know where you are. And then after exam 4, of course, you'll know where you are. But this is the official grade in the class. That's where you go to see it. Discussions. We're almost done. The discussion boards, I have some places here that you can go and talk with other students in the class. This is an open discussion board, so everyone sees it. You can ask questions about math topics, or you can help each other out with questions about, hey, what did he say about something? And you can put that in here and whatever. This is open dialogue. This is the one place in the semester or in the course where you can get bonus points. So if you start posting in here, asking students questions, asking for help, helping other students out, I will keep track of all that, and when it comes down to your final grade, I will give bonus points according to how much you participated in this discussion board. Other than that, there's not really much more opportunity for bonus. People, this just shows you who's in the class, and you can email other students this way. And then this BrainFuse online tutoring, this is not something I personally put in here. The college has this for everyone. It's supposed to be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, like whiteboard tutoring. The problem is that the tutors are not associated to our college, so they're not going to necessarily show you how to do things the same way that I would have. So they're, that's pretty natural with tutoring, but it's free and 24/7, and who knows, maybe it'll be helpful. So it's there. All right, I think I've covered it all. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me. Remember that everything in the syllabus, everything in this video, you're expected to understand and know. So before you go take that little homework assignment, or go do that homework assignment where you say, yeah, I understand all the requirements, make sure you do. Get all the things that you need clarified first, and then go take care of that homework assignment. All right, I hope this was a good explanation. I look forward to a good semester. You all have a good rest of your day,